Don't mind me sitting here just eating a piece of bread. I have been spending a lot of time, as I'm sure all of us have the past week or two, thinking about New Year's resolutions. 2026 is fastly approaching. And I take issue with New Year's resolutions. They feel to me the same way that a checklist feels. And whenever I go through a day with a checklist, it just leaves me with this vague sense of accomplishment, but this true feeling that I have not experienced that day at all. It takes me completely out of the present, and it is like forever living in this place of self-optimization. There's always room to get better. There's always room to do more. You check something off and then you're on to the next thing without ever really celebrating what it is you've done. And it's something we used to say ad nauseum in university when I was studying journalism, and it was, I love to have written, but not to write. And that is what a checklist feels like to me. It doesn't feel like I am living in my life. So I've been thinking about New Year's resolutions and how I want to create change without creating this pressure-filled to-do list for myself that doesn't feel like I am actually living for the journey. I've created a life. I am a woman who loves the journey. I've literally created a life around being able to be more a part of the journey. And I don't really worry a lot about destinations. So what I came up with is rituals. I already have a lot of rituals. I have an altar. I have rituals that I do at the full moon. I have the ritual of coffee and pulling cards for myself every morning, and I feel it when I don't do it. It adds so much to my life. It's basically like a flow state or a meditative state, time for just me. And I was trying to think of this ritual that would sort of embody what I'm looking for in 2026, which is creativity over consumption in all areas. I'm talking social media. I'm talking what's in my wardrobe. I want to make more than I buy. I want to mend more than I buy. I already have more than everything I need, and I don't want to continue to consume when I am at the limit of what things I can hold, and also sort of attention span, what I can take in. So it is a year of doing and of creating and putting things out into the world. It's not about thinking, excavating, considering, consuming. It's just about creating and doing. And I am a person who does struggle with finishing projects and things like that. So it seems like a to-do list, or these resolutions like start a jewelry business, which is something that's been on my list for a long time, would be the way to go. But that fills me with dread, and also makes me feel like even if I did the thing that was on the list, I get no satisfaction in just living in a checklist. So what I've decided is a ritual. I am going to sort of work not from the end goal, but through the creation. So enjoying having done the thing, being inspired by the person doing the thing currently, instead of constantly wanting to be the person who has done the thing. So every night I'm going to create a ritual around creating. So I'm going to sit on my bench. I have the wood for it below me. I just picked it up at Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to sit on my bench. I'm going to make myself a drink. I think I'm going to run to the grocery store here in a minute and get myself some decaf coffee, because coffee is my happy drink. It feels sacred to me. So making myself a drink, and then having an altar space in a way to do sacred creation. Sacred is just a word I use because it helps me feel more embodied in the thing that I'm doing, instead of it being about, oh, you are the thing, you are worth something if you create well. It takes the pressure off of it. It takes the pressure off the end product. So my idea is that I'm just like this little church half lit up in whatever forestscape or desertscape I park in for the night, and I'm in here. I have my candle lit. I I have my drink and it's just cozy and it's nice. And the act of creation puts me in flow so that I can't fail at the thing that I want to do in the end. The jewelry business will be created by the act of the creation of the jewelry, if that makes sense. I promised myself I would do this in all one take, so hopefully I overlay something over that little bread bite. But yeah, I've created a life around the journey. I don't want to just get to the end goal. Really, whenever I do that, even if the goal was really big and I'm just so concentrated on achieving the thing, I don't remember any of the time I spent achieving it. And my goal overall in life is to like live deeper in my life, to connect more with my time and to make my time feel slower. So rituals are something I already do. I already do a lot of full moon rituals. I have an altar. It connects with the way I see the world. And I think it's a less pressured way to be who I already am instead of this constant optimization of life. Because that makes me feel tired just thinking about it. Anyway, Happy New Year. If you're doing a ritual, or if you're better at goals than I am, let me know down below. I know a lot of like type A humans are not going to relate to this. I just like, nothing gives me less inspiration than a to-do list. Like nothing creates more resistance in me. And so this is my way of bypassing that. This is my way of creating something that feels beautiful and sacred and fun and cozy to do, not to just have done. Because I want my life to feel that way. I don't want it to have felt like just a whole bunch of mile markers that I achieved. I want it to feel like something that I truly felt and lived. And this is my solution to that. This is my resolution to that. Yeah, okay.